What would you do if your new boss judged you without listening, making you feel guilty for simply taking your lunch break? Our letter for today is from Monica. Dearest Candace, sometimes I wonder if I've made a huge mistake transferring to this team. On paper, it looked like a good move. New opportunities, new clients, a fresh start. But after what happened recently, I can't shake this heavy feeling in my chest. Like, maybe I walked into something I wasn't ready for. Let me tell you the whole story. I've only been here for 2 weeks. Just 2. My office mate Ethan joined around the same time. We're both new and still going through the usual onboarding process. As part of that, our lead added us to the client group chats. The idea was for us to observe, to shadow, and get familiar with how the conversations go. We weren't supposed to be experts yet. We were just supposed to watch, learn, and slowly ease our way in. And for the most part, that's what we did. Day by day, little by little, we started to pick up the flow. Which questions were urgent, which could wait. How the client phrases things, honestly, I was still nervous about responding to them directly. I mean, 2 weeks is barely enough time to get your bearings, right? Then came that day. It was just a regular afternoon. Ethan and I went on our lunch break. Nothing unusual. While we were eating, a client message came into the group chat. Of course, we didn't see it. We weren't glued to our laptops during lunch. We were just having lunch like normal people. By the time we got back, I noticed a missed urgent call notification from our lead. My heart sank immediately. You know that feeling, Candace? The sudden rush of anxiety when you know something went wrong, but you don't know what? Ethan and I joined the call right away, both of us worried. From the second we connected, our lead's tone was sharp, almost cutting. He didn't ask. He didn't check. He just demanded, "Why didn't you respond to the client's message?" Ethan, trying to be honest, explained that we didn't know what the right response was yet. We were still learning. But instead of understanding, our lead snapped. He said that wasn't a valid excuse. He said we should have at least replied with something like, "We'll get back to you." Then he kept going. He didn't even pause long enough for either of us to explain further. His words came like a storm, each one heavier than the last. He accused us of not caring about the job. He said maybe we ignored the client because it was lunch break. And then he threw in this line that stung more than I expected. "I'm not asking you to work during your lunch break, but you could have made an exception this time and moved your lunch later." I just sat there, frozen. My mind kept repeating, but we didn't even see the message until after lunch. We weren't ignoring it. We weren't slacking. We were just eating. It's such a simple thing, Candace. Lunch break, the one time in the day when you step away to breathe, to recharge. And suddenly, we were being painted as careless, irresponsible, and indifferent to the job. All because of something we couldn't control. I wanted to explain desperately. I wanted to say, we didn't see the message right away, and there was no way for us to know while we were away from our desks. But he never gave us the chance. His mind was already made up. To him, we were guilty. The call ended, but the sting didn't. For the rest of the day, I sat with this heavy pit in my stomach. Ethan and I barely spoke. We were both too shaken. It's not just the words he used, it's the way he didn't allow us to speak, the way he assumed the worst about us without even listening. I keep replaying it in my head. Was I supposed to have my laptop open while eating? Was I supposed to check my phone constantly for messages even on break? What exactly was I expected to do? And most of all, is this the kind of treatment I'll have to endure from now on? Candace, you know I try my best at work. I take pride in being reliable and showing up for my team, and giving more than what's asked. But this felt different. It felt unfair. It felt like no matter what I do, the narrative has already been written. I don't care enough. 2 weeks. That's all it's been, and already I feel like I'm drowning. I left my old team thinking this would be better. But now I lie awake at night asking myself, did I make a terrible decision? Maybe it's too soon to judge. Maybe things will get better once I prove myself more. But another part of me whispers that this is just the beginning, that if this is how my lead treats us now, what happens later, when the stakes are higher? Will I always be silenced, always assumed to be wrong, always made to feel guilty for being human? I don't want to quit so early. I don't want to give up before I've even had a chance to really try. But at the same time, I don't want to stay in an environment where speaking up doesn't matter, where simple human needs like lunch are seen as neglect. So I'm stuck in this tug-of-war with myself. Do I push through and hope it gets better? Or do I cut my losses before it eats away at me completely? Candace, I need your perspective. Am I overthinking this? Am I being too sensitive? Or is this a red flag I should take seriously? What would you do if you were in my shoes?